get started. In this video we will take a look at the text editor. I can drag it over here to the right and you see the text editor is actually the same as the basic WordPress editor. So what is possible with the text editor? Well, first of all, you can place a text over here and they have done that already. And if I would say enter, I start a new alinea. You see there's a gap over here just because I pressed enter. I can say enter a new title, enter a new alinea. And if I would say shift enter, this is the same alinea as the line above. Let me explain it. WordPress works with paragraphs. So this is a paragraph, this is a paragraph, this is a paragraph, and those few lines are a paragraph. If I say enter, I start a new alinea. If I say shift enter, I start a new line in the same alinea or in the same paragraph. If I would select this area and I would say this is heading 2, then all this text becomes a header 2. So if I select this again and I say just a paragraph, then everything will be a paragraph again. So if I click over here, it says a new alinea. If I would say a new title and put my cursor over there and I would say heading 2, guess what? Then this will become a title. But if I click over here and I would say I want only this line to be a title and this to be a alinea, and I select it and I do header 2, then everything will be heading 2. Why is that? Because I set shift enter over here. That means it's the same alinea. So one big difference, this is a paragraph, enter, this is a title, enter, this is a paragraph. With shift enter, this is the second line of the paragraph. So again, paragraph, title. If I make this a title, then everything is title. So it has everything to do with enter and shift enter. Yes, so I remove this and I paste the text like that and it just looks boring like that. If I go to a certain block file, latest news, and I go to this one, you see the title, text, images, Google share, text is in bold, a link, another link, a video. You see, that is not boring. This is boring. So how can we fix this? Let me see. I go over here, and if I want to make it bigger, I can just drag it to the right. And over here, I see this is one alinea. So if I would say heading 2, everything over here will be heading 2. So I say paragraph, and over here I say enter. I go down, bring it back, one line. Now those are 2 different paragraphs. If I click here, I can make it a heading 2. Also here, heading 2, heading 2. Something's going on. So probably, yes, I see there are 2 enters here, 2 shift enters. So I need to bring this back and then say enter. And now over here, make it heading 2. You have to play around with it. It becomes more clear the longer you play with it. Also here the same. Enter. Heading 2. This one is correct. So if I say heading 2, this stays paragraph. It looks better already. What else can we do? Over here you see a bar with options. If you click on the most right one, you get even more options. I want to be found by Elementor, so I can select it and make it bold. You can also make it italic. If I select Elementor, I can also change the color. Make it bold, italic, underlined, put it in quotes. Now this whole alinea is in quotes. You can also say, I want this to be a different color. Now it's blue and bold. And if we take a look at this tab over here, the text tab, here you see all the code. So we just select something and give it a color or a quote. But here in the text editor, you see all the codes that comes with it. You don't need to know the codes because we work in the visual editor, but it's a possibility. What else can we do? Over here, I see an alinea and I can align it to the right. So if I would say Shift Enter, halfway the sentence, Shift Enter, Shift Enter, and Shift Enter, one more time, you see it aligns here at the right. I can bring it to the left, I can bring it to the center, so that's what you can do with it. I can bring it to the left again. And at a lot of themes you can change this, the look and feel of the heading, add customize. What else can we do? We can duplicate it, remove it over here, duplicate it, remove this text area. And now if we update it, it's only here at the right. And then here I can place something else in the image. I can drag it like that. So that's what you can do. Let's add a link. So I've clicked over here and I go down demos. I can have a link over here, demos.elementor.com for instance, and I can change the options. I can let it open in a new tab. Again, demos.elementor.com, add a link, or you link options and you can link to a certain page or post. So I can link it to something else, add link. We can add images. So if I click over here and I add media, upload files, select files, I want to import those 3 images. I click on the first one, hold shift, and the third one, open them, and I want to start with this one. Insert into the post. I remove this column so it will be full width. And now you see it looks like that. So if I update it, it looks a little bit weird. How can we fix that? I click on the image and I say, bring it to the left. Update. That's how you see it. If you want to take a look immediately, then just click over here and you see how it will look. You can make it bigger or smaller or align it at the right. You can click over here and link it to the media file itself. Advanced options, open it in a new tab. You can have caption, replace the image, edit the original image. I click over here, say enter, add media file, select this one. I scroll down over here and I say alignment in the center, link to the media file, and the size will be full size. And then here below, Elementor Pro, enter, add media, and I add this. And now there's the same settings as the last one. Center, media file, full size. Update. And now we have a blog post with a quote area, some style, colors, a link. If you click on it, you go to demos.elementor.com or to a different page in your website, which is still empty. If you click on it, you open it in the lightbox, and that's how it looks. That's what you can do with the text editor.